Hi, big welcome. I'm Sam.
I'm Diana.
We are co-creators of Creative Jungle Company.
And we can't wait to get stuck into some macrame with you. Let's explore your creative side. Let's get started. This is one of my favorites and I think you'll really enjoy it. First, let's go through what we have in the box. In the box, you'll find a metal ring, macrame cord, wooden beads, an S-hook. You'll also find a set of macrame instructions which guide you through the knots. You'll also find a Creative Jungle card which has details of our Instagram at Creative Jungle Co. Please tag us with your images, we'd love to see what you make. At the back, there's an MYO discount which you can use to book into our creative classes. Lastly, don't forget the tea bag, so pop the kettle on. You're also going to need some scissors, some masking tape, and a surface to hook onto for tension. I'm going to show you the 3 knots you'll need to make your macrame plant hanger. The first one is a gathering knot, which you'll use at the beginning and at the end. The second one is a spiral knot, or sometimes called a half square knot. And the third one is a square knot. You can use the knots in any order you like to get the effect that you want. In this example, I'll show you how to make a plant hanger like this. So this has gathering knots, square knots, spiral knots, and then a gathering knot at the end. Feel free to experiment and see how you get on. You've also got some beads which you can place on your design wherever you fancy to jazz it up. So to get started, we're going to lay out all the pieces of cords on the table and line up the ends. Now we're going to feed the cords through the metal ring until the metal ring is halfway through the cords. Once the metal ring is halfway through the cords, fold them over and then hook it against your edge. So I'm going to hook it against the table. To secure the cords in place, we're going to begin with a gathering knot. Get a short piece of cord and make a U-shaped loop on one end. Then we're going to wrap the cord around firmly over all the bunches, beginning from the top to the bottom. Once you reach the end of your cord, you're going to loop it through the bottom of the U and pull both ends of the shorter piece of cord tightly to secure it. When it feels snug, we're going to cut off the tails. Now we're going to divide our cords into 3 bunches or 4. 1, 2, and 3. We're going to be working on 4 strands at a time so that we end up with 3 ropes. First, we're going to do a square knot. We're going to start on the right hand side. Pick the right hand cord and cross over the 2 middle cords. And then we're going to go under the left hand side cord. Now we're going to take the left cord that's above, go under the 2 middle cords and through the loop made by the right hand cord we started with. It'll look like this. Then we're going to pull to tighten it. You'll notice that these two middle cords don't move. These are your stem cords. So you might want to tighten them, step on them, tape them down to secure them so they don't move. That's the first half of the square knot. To make the second half of the square knot, we're going to start on the opposite side. So we'll start with the left hand strand. We'll cross again over the two middle cords and under this right hand cord, like that. Then we'll take this right hand cord that's sitting above, go behind the two middle cords and through the loop made by the left hand strand. And then we're going to pull to tighten. And there's your square knot. If you're not sure which side to start on, look for the side with the cord that's raised or the lump, and that's the side you should begin with. So we're going to continue doing square knots for about a palm's length down. Over two, behind the right, and then starting with the right, behind the two, and through the loop. So I've done about 7 pairs of square knots, and it looks roughly like this. Once you finish, it's time to do the same on the other bunches of cord. Now we're going to do a spiral knot. So to do the spiral knot, we're going to leave a gap of about 8 fingers down and begin. To do the spiral knot, it's basically half of the square knot. So right over the two, under the left, left, behind the two, through the loop, pull, and then we're going to repeat this over and over again. We're always going to begin on the right hand side. So right over two, on the left, behind the two, through the loop. We're going to do the spiral knots for about palm's width down. See how they look? Now we're going to do the same for the remaining 2 bunches. So now we're going to put the beads on the bunches. You're going to take your 2 middle cords from a bunch, and then using a little bit of masking tape, you're going to wrap it tightly around the very end so that it's easy to feed the bead through. bead, pop it through the middle, and push it in. Voila. We're now going to secure our beads with one square knot at the end. Now we're going to leave a gap of about 10 centimeters, roughly a hand down, and start on the basket. Well done for making it this far, guys. Hope you're proud and impressed with your first 2 knots. We're almost there. So now we're going to leave a gap of about 10 centimeters, or about the size of your hand. Depends how big your hands are. And we're going to do a square knot, joining the bunches to make a basket. I'll take the 2 left-hand cords from one bunch and the 2 right-hand cords from another bunch and make a square knot. It'll look a bit like that. Next, we're going to do that again. So 2 from one bunch and 2 from the adjacent ones of another bunch and another square knot. You'll have something that looks a bit like this, which is the top of your basket, and then we'll do that one more time, this time about 4 centimeters or 4 fingers down. So 2 from one bunch and 2 from the adjacent bunch. The size of your pot determines the amount of gaps you'll leave between these knots. What we've done should accommodate most medium-sized pots. To finish, we'll leave a gap of about 5 centimeters, roughly 3 fingers down, and we'll do one more gathering knot to secure the bottom of the cords. We'll make a U, and then we'll wrap tightly around the U. And we'll pull to secure. And trim the edges. To finish off, you can add more beads here if you like, or you can do a tassel like I'm going to do. You can leave them like this, or you can unravel and fray them to make a much more tasseled effect. And there you have it, your macrame plant hanger, ready to hang your favorite plants. Well done, you guys, you absolutely smashed it. Now you've learned the knots, you've learned the gathering knot, the square knot, the spiral knots, how to attach your beads, and how to make the basket. Now that you know the macrame knots, why not have a go at another design? You have lots of spare cord left. You could do a keyring, a small wall hanging, or even a bracelet. With these knots, there's so many things you can make, so keep playing and keep exploring.
Hello!
Yay, well done!
Congratulations, you've made a macrame plant hanger. We're so happy.
Please share all your creations with us at Creative Jungle Co on Instagram. If you have any questions there, we'd also love to help.